All right. I know you're dying to create your own ads, but there is one more topic that I need to cover, and that is audiences. And don't worry, it'll be a short one, so you can finally watch the campaign setup video and start your journey. So, you need to create your audiences for mainly three reasons: reporting, exclusions, and targeting. But before we dive into the reasons why we create them, let's cover how we create them. Under the Ad Manager menu, go to Audiences, and then click on Create Audience here. There you will have three options: custom audiences, lookalike audiences, and the one that no one actually uses. I'm sharing screenshots for both zero audience and existing audience interfaces so you know what to look at. Let's start with the first one. Custom audiences are created based on your own data. It could be from the pixel data on your site, like someone who visited your site or purchased something there, or it can be the data you upload yourself, like a customer list, or an ad data, like someone who engaged with your ads before or watched your videos for a certain amount of time. I will create the top 4 audiences that people are using the most together with you. First, we go to the website and click on Next. There, we make sure we select the right pixel and double check that because that is really important. Sometimes there are multiple pixels connected to the account and you don't want to choose the wrong one. Anyways, after that, select the conversion event you want to track, like visitors or people who added something to the cart or people who purchased something. Then define the retention time. For website events, it goes up to 180 days, but you can select a smaller number as well. For example, for purchasers, some people go up to 180 days, and some people might argue that if somebody hasn't purchased from you in the last 90 days, for example, they're no longer a client for you, and you can target them again. Thus, they select 90 days. Then you give it a name, and voila, it's actually done. You can now add those into your columns and get additional reporting inside the dashboard. Secondly, we will upload our customer list. Here you have to prepare your customer list first. The template here looks like something like this. Every column will have a name, and under each column you will place the relevant data. It should be a CSV file, so don't try to do it manually. Just download your Shopify customer list and Facebook will take care of the rest. After clicking on Next, you will see this screen. Here you will simply upload the file, give it a name, and click on Next. In the next section, you will see Facebook maps some columns automatically, while others are not mapped. You will need to make sure these mappings are correct. I mean, make sure the phone numbers are under phone numbers and the emails are in the email addresses. Sometimes Facebook confuses these things, that's why I'm saying. Sometimes it uses client IDs as phone numbers. You can then navigate to the Actions Needed section and manually map the remaining fields like this. Don't try to add every single detail. Phone numbers, emails, first name and last names are more than enough usually. Then you will click on the Import and Create button and Facebook will begin to populate the list. Now let's talk about the social platforms. Select Facebook page as the custom audience source, or Instagram, they're basically the same thing. There you'll select the page, and again make sure it's the correct one because sometimes it shows other businesses' pages instead of the one you're actually working on. So be careful about that. After selecting the page, we will then choose an action. The most commonly used one is the people who engage with your page because it covers all actions. But if you want to be more specific, be my guest. Just keep the audience size in mind. If you only have a couple hundred people who saved your ads, for example, it may not make sense to create a separate audience for that. But who am I to judge? Now let's talk about the retention date. You can go up to 365 days with this audience, unlike the website events. Just give it a name and you're good to go. In case you don't believe me, here's the Instagram version. Literally the same thing as I said. Video audiences are also used a lot, but I'll leave that for you to figure it out. I just want to move on to keep this video short, so you save some time. Look at how much I care about you. So please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. It is the best free thing you can do for us. Now let's talk about the lookalike audiences. Not everybody likes lookalike audiences, by the way. Some people say they're dead, but I have seen some success with them. And other media buyers who use multiple campaign setups also seems to like them. So give it a try. Always A/B testings, okay? Don't take anybody's word for it, especially if you're a media buyer. If your client asks, like, why are you not using lookalike audiences? It is much better to say, because we tested it and it failed, compared to someone on YouTube said, do not use it. Be your own person. Lookalike audiences are basically narrowed audiences that Facebook creates based on the source audience you provide. The percentage, for example 1, 3, 5, or 10%, means how large of a slice of the selected country's population to include, ranked from the most similar outward. So if there are 278 million people available to target inside the US, a 1% lookalike means the most similar 2.78 million people to your source custom audience. In order to create one, this time select lookalike audiences on the audience section. After that, select the source audience you created, like purchasers in the last 180 days. Then select the country where you want the audience to be created. And then select the percentage. There are a lot of conflicting opinions here as well. Smaller lookalike audiences used to perform better before iOS 14, but after that, the broader you go, the better they tend to perform. And that is the dream, like being able to target broad. Broad means no targeting, by the way, no targeting other than age, gender, and location. So again, don't take my word for it, test and learn on your own. So how can we test them? You can A, stack some smaller lookalike audiences inside a campaign first and then launch a new campaign with broader ones, or B, have them in the same campaign and run it as an ABO, or test them inside the CBO environment, totally up to you. Saved audiences are what you see in the targeting section inside a campaign. The idea is that you create it here, save it, and whenever you need it, you can simply select it. But since people can do the same thing by duplicating a campaign or an ad set, almost no one uses it anymore. Now let's talk about how we can use them, starting with the reporting part. Inside the Facebook Ads account, if you go to the campaigns, break down and select audience segments, Facebook will break down your campaign into 3 categories, plus an unknown bucket. So technically I could have said 4, but anyways, these show you how much of your spend is being allocated to new audiences, engaged audiences, and existing customers. If you can't afford a third-party tool like Triple Whale or Northbeam, and you don't have access to new visitor percentage reports, this is the closest you can get. It is good to keep an eye on this report because sometimes, even if you don't make any exclusions, the campaign goes super cold, and that is what we want. But if they do a lot of remarketing, it's a good indicator that you should either upload new creatives or start adding some exclusions. A little disclaimer, I will not cover whether you should add exclusions or not in this video. A lot of the people will say you should, because you should only chase new users, and if you don't exclude them, Facebook will go after warm traffic and over-attribute conversions to itself and won't scale as efficiently. And on the other hand, a lot of the people will say you shouldn't because when you first launch a campaign, Facebook needs those easy conversions to quickly learn about your customers so it can exit the learning phase faster and find new customers. As long as your creatives are top of the funnel, you should be fine. Everybody has their own opinion on this, so you should make your own decisions once you A/B test things in your own ad account. Anyways, now let's cover how we can add this to your account. Under the Ads Manager menu, go to the advertising settings. In that menu, go to the audience segments. For your engaged audiences, you can add your website visitors, and for your existing customers, you can use website purchasers, upload your customer list, or simply connect your Klaviyo email list so it's automated. Secondly, there's targeting. Inside your campaign, when you go to the ad set level, you can select audiences to target or exclude from your ad set. That way, you can create a remarketing campaign by selecting your custom audiences or force your campaign to go colder by excluding them. A lot of people on the internet will tell you to only exclude the past 30-day purchasers and that it's enough. It can be enough, but every account is different. It all comes down to the creatives and how the campaign is learning. Some campaigns lean heavily into existing users, so make your own decisions. And that is pretty much it. I told you I wasn't going to take much of your time in this video, and up next we will cover how to create a campaign and what campaign types you should use. I'll see you in the next one.